There we go. I think that's the longest it's ever taken to tell us we're live.
It just kept spinning. Like Dory just keeps swimming. Y'all don't see it, but it didn't look like it was going to come this morning.
It was just doing this right here.
It is, I almost said August, but it is July the 26th at 8:05 a.m. here in Alabama.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Spinning.
Just keep swimming.
You ever try to hypnotize a fly? You ever seen that?
Oh, gosh, y'all.
So I'll never forget when I first saw this. I was playing racquetball at the YMCA.
Okay.
With some friends.
Okay.
And one of my buddies said, I can hypnotize a fly.
I need to know who this was, first of all.
I believe it was Paul Bender.
Okay. Paul could probably hypnotize a fly.
And so I'm thinking it was either Paul or Stan, and I can't. But I remember we were playing racquetball, one of them. And so he did like this. Around that fly got closer and closer and closer.
Jason.
Swear.
Have you ever done it?
I think I know I've had to try it. But I want to say that when I've tried it, it's kind of been like hit or miss.
Well, I tell you what. I hate to say this, but we got enough flies to try it. And if you live in the South, then you know that Mike Key.
He said it was Paul. He always done that. All right, Mike. So when Paul did it around you, was he always 100% with it? That's what I want to know.
Paul's very successful in his life. So, hypnotizing flies was just the beginning of his career.
Oh, talking about, I understand why restaurants here in the South, especially ones that are really busy, had that fan that blows straight down.
I just thought of something. Main Street used to have that, and I haven't heard it lately.
It may be broken.
I don't even remember seeing it anymore.
So when you walk in, you know that fan blows down on you, and that's to keep
so the flies will blow backwards and can't come in. But I don't know about anywhere else. I mean, I don't remember seeing any flies in Alaska. Do you?
No, I don't. I don't remember seeing.
But if you live where we live, you have house flies. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, house flies.
We call them house flies, but they are in abundance this time of the year. So much so, our daughter asked me, Mama, when do the flies leave?
You'll be surprised how many will slip into your house when you open a door.
It's ridiculous.
And I read about it. They said one of the best things you can do is put a screen door in.
Well, I mean, we don't leave the door open, so you still got to open the door.
Still got to open the door.
If you left the door open, yes, the screen door would help you. Yeah. But I can't stand them. I told Caden the other day, I fixed his lunch, and you were working on something where you weren't coming in to eat at the same time as him. I had to leave, and I said, Caden, I have your lunch ready, but I'm going to tell you, I may need to give you some ammunition. So I covered his lunch up, while I waited on him to arrive.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly what I was talking about, because he said they're horrible at his house too.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's not that we may be dirty people, but
it was the same at the other farm.
It's everywhere. Catherine talks about it at her place regularly, and
they'll get in there.
It's just ridiculous.
So I told you one time before, I used to see advertisement. I don't see it anymore. I probably will now because I'm fixing to mention it. But the little salt guns that you use,
Caden has one.
I know, and I told you that a long time ago. I said, I just thought they were cool. But then Tristan had one, and I remember Mary Carl telling me this or I think Tristan told me, which is Piper, Mary Carl's friend, Piper,
Ryan's nephew,
brother, and he said there's salt everywhere. He said there's salt everywhere.
So mamas don't like it.
There was salt everywhere.
Yeah, Alaska does have mosquitoes, but Alabama has mosquitoes too. So they're not.
Knock on wood, though, where we are on this farm, We don't have them.
We do not have them, y'all. You can. We shouldn't say this, but there's numerous times that I go outside at night and you just don't get bit here.
But I think it's because of our soil. Our soil here is so gravelly,
well drained,
sandy, and it just soaks water up like a sponge. So there's no standing water anywhere. I mean, if it rains real hard, there'll be a little bit of water for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, within an hour or so, it's gone.
Well, we can be driving home and see that it came a monsoon and get to the house and we're like, oh, it must not have rained that much here because it just drains so quick.
Sucks it up.
But you can see it on the concrete and places like Dee.
Dee's making her bed.
Dee's trying to start a fire this morning. It's not cold outside or anything, but I was going to say, I was watching one of DJ's videos, and I don't watch videos, but sometimes I have to keep up with what's going on with our friends. So I was watching one of DJ's videos. I don't remember which one, but an advertisement came on, and it was for it. Usually I skip through the ads. That's how YouTubers get paid, is by watching the ads. But I skip through ads. I shouldn't do that. I know, because it helps, but I didn't skip through this one because it caught my attention. And I wish I knew what it was. It was some kind, and I said I was going to remember. Of course, I got back to the video and I forgot. It was some kind of plug-in thing that attracted flies. And I want to say it caught them instead of killing them. Well, I mean, eventually
it wasn't like a bug zapper.
No, it was a plug. You plugged it into your electrical outlet, and I don't know if that worked. But I said I'm gonna look that up as soon as I get finished with this. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember what it was called. I cannot remember, but it was. Oh, they're saying
Zevo.
Thank you, Rachel.
Zevo.
Does it work? Does it work? Because if it works, it would be useful. But I don't want anything that puts out poison or.
Yes, it works.
Huh. Well, I sure saw it, and I thought to myself,
Zevo, and it works. Look at people say
they say that these ads are targeted to what you want to see. Like, that tells me that they hear me fussing about these flies.
Yeah.
They hear me saying, if I see one more fly, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm threatening that if I see one more. And then it's showing me the ads.
Catherine says it works too, but hers went bad.
Well, why didn't you tell me about it?
She keeps some things to herself.
I know it.
She keeps them.
I know it. That's not right, Catherine.
It has a light in it with a sticky trap, so it's basically fly paper.
Oh.
And so it attracts them, and that's what I'm getting here. Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm getting here.
Okay.
Zevo.
It's small. Too many flies.
It attracts fruit flies.
We need that. I tell you what, y'all. I bought some peaches and I left them in the basket, and you know what happens? That one that's on the bottom's gonna get a bad spot. Next thing you know, how do they get there?
They're so tiny. I mean, they could get in the smallest.
And that's aggravating because they get in your face and you're doing like this, and nobody can see them that's in your house. You're just swatting.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'll have to try that Zevo.
I got it written down.
Good.
I got it written down.
I won't remember it when this is over.
I got it written down right there.
All right. So Becky said she has no sound.
Everybody else doesn't seem.
She must be reading or something. Because how could you know you didn't have sound?
Because the mouse are moving.
There is sound, so you need to correct it on your side. But she can't hear
me.
She can't hear us. She can't hear us if she doesn't have any sound.
But everybody else can hear us. Because sounds fine. Yeah.
Like me telling, I was giving the chickens some treats, and I was in the area where the Victoria Crown pigeons are, and so Gus saw me, and of course he wanted some treats. And Gus starts getting his treats. I don't even remember what I was giving him. Loretta's over rooting around. I'm going, Loretta. And then I said, oh, she can't hear me. I got to go over there and give it to her.
Oh, me.
So once I gave it to her, it's on.
That's right.
It's kind of like you saying that you gave her. Would you give her a banana and a peach that was left over?
I gave her a banana and some peaches, and it was for everybody. It wasn't just for her. And so I kind of spread it out. So, because you know how she is.
Yeah.
And so the next thing I know, I was filling the water up or something, and I looked up, and she had, all of it in her mouth, and it was all hanging out. So she went and got everything before Gus can get it. And then she tries to take off with it so Gus can't have any. She don't share. She does not share. And I couldn't get my camera out fast enough, but I was laughing pretty hard because she was gone by then. She was hightailing it down to the other side where she could hide it from Gus.
I always feel like
no, they don't. The seeds were not there. So
what?
Somebody asked me, do they eat the seeds of the peaches?
Oh, the pits.
For them? Yeah,
the pits. No, y'all, we don't do that. But I always feel like an animal or a human that hoards up a bunch of food at one time has been deprived.
Mm-hmm.
And, we don't know Loretta's history because she was a rescue.
She was in bad. Pretty rough.
We do know that she lived with a bunch of pigs and that could have been the case because you just don't know. But Gidget, on the other hand, our little Pomeranian who's been with us since she was very little, acts like she has never had a meal before and that she's deprived of food because when she eats, she's just like a
piranha.
She it's her last meal. She just
as fast as she can eat it. She does that because she wants to get it before the other dogs do.
But Arlo doesn't act like that. Holly doesn't act like that, but Gidget does.
All Pomeranians are like that.
No, because Dee Dee doesn't act like that.
Yeah, well, we don't know if Dee Dee's 100% Pomeranian.
Well, her DNA says.
Yeah, I don't trust those things. I just don't trust them.
The Embark and whatever else brands there are. There's lots of different ones.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say differently because, I submitted a picture of Dee Dee when we did her testing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what made Jason think that it's not legit.
They asked a ton of questions.
They want to know how much she weighed, what color she was.
I mean, all these questions. To me, it was like kind of like you go
a guessing game.
Go into a psychic, and she's got her crystal ball there. And she's doing these, what do they call it, like a code. They call it something. Anyways, they're asking questions, and what they're doing is they're taking in a lot of information that they can get a pretty good idea on something. And to me, I just feel like that's what they did. That's just to me.
Well, but Holly, on the other hand, we didn't submit a picture of Holly.
No, that's why. Well, they said Holly was all these different. They said Dee Dee was 100% Pomeranian.
Sorry. I don't
cold reads.
That's
what it's called.
Care what Dee Dee is.
Cold reads.
Oh, Michael. Boy, oh boy. Those were the days.
Who was the 800 psychic number? What was that woman's called? What was it?
I remember that commercial.
She was Jamaican, or she sounded
Wasn't
Jamaican.
it a commercial?
Yeah, it was an infomercial.
And it was like black and it looked like a beach scene.
Yes, that's it. I can't think of her name now. I can't believe it. That's something useless that would stay in my head.
Yeah.
Cleo. That's it. Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo. Thanks, Nick and Zoe. Oh, goodness.
Miss Cleo.
Goodness gracious. So you think Miss Cleo could tell if Dee Dee was 100%?
If she asked enough questions, she could figure it out.
Yeah. I don't really care. It was all in fun.
It was all in fun
for us. But I look at Dee Dee a lot of times and I think to myself, she's got to be older than 10 years old. But then again, we know she's had a hard life because when we got her, she was in bad shape.
Yeah.
We know she's had a hard life. And that puts, the look of an older dog on her. She's got cataracts bad. Her eyes are, that bluish, grayish color. And I don't know. I just, What is that noise?
I think that little ice maker.
Ah, okay.
You said that last line.
I thought somebody had turned on the water, and that was concerning. But Gidget, to me, Gidget fits the bill of being a Pomeranian.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so?
Yeah, Gidget looks just like a Pomeranian.
She looks like the ones you see in the books. And they're all different. You know, just because Dee Dee has a broader snout than Gidget doesn't mean she's not a Pomeranian.
Mm-hmm.
It's just maybe her genetics are different.
Somebody said Miss Cleo got in big trouble and had federal charges against her.
Oh, poor Miss Cleo.
For deceptive advertising.
Oh, my goodness.
And billing and collection practices.
Well, I tell you, now you have to be careful with anything you do because, well, some reasons for doing things like that are legit.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems every time you turn your head, somebody's being accused of something and actually being legit with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being charged with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You just have to be careful. Miss Cleo may have been doing wrong though.
Somebody just said that Walmart has one called STEM, and I'm assuming they're talking about the Zevo that's a lot cheaper.
Oh, the flycatcher.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant a crystal ball.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They could have been talking about a crystal ball, but I think that's what they were talking about was the Zevo.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it plug in?
They said Walmart has a brand called STEM that's a lot cheaper, so I'm assuming it's the exact same thing.
Huh.
So,
all right.
Well, Tasmania. Hello, Maureen. I guess I said that right. Did I say that right? From Tasmania. That's a long ways.
Well,
that's a long. What time is it in Tasmania right now?
Oh, they said they heard Alaska has another earthquake.
Uh-oh.
Oh goodness. What time is it in Tasmania? That's a good question.
Somebody said they did not like STEM. Doesn't work.
And you know, we did that thing with Rocky and Bandit too.
Mm-hmm. And they're brothers, and they had totally two different.
Well, we say they're brothers. They were picked up from the same place, and they could have had two different daddies. So.
I guess so.
You know, that happens.
I guess so. It's 2 p.m. in Scotland.
2 p.m. in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of time.
I said it right, and it's 11:22 p.m.
In
Thanks
Tasmania?
for watching from Tasmania.
Wow.
So the show I was talking about, Alone, in the last episode, last live. Yeah. I said it's the Australia version, but it's actually West Tasmania.
Oh.
But I'm assuming that that's all part of Australia. I don't know how that works.
Well, I was recently told by our child that I need to brush up on my geography skills.
Yeah, Mary Carl's great at it.
She is. And
she knows everything.
And she finds it humorous that her parent, meaning me, because I'm the one that I just, I mean, I know what I need to know, but I'm not that good in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be. I really do. I want to be better at geography. I want to know more about where things are because she is good at it. And when she talks about it, it kind of leaves me in the dark. So we were in a thrift store the other day, and there was a little miniature globe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in perfect condition. Matter of fact, it was still there yesterday. I tried to buy it the last time we went in there.
Uh-huh.
And she said, Mama, you don't need that. And I said, but Mary Carl, I do, because this one's really good. It's got all the countries written on the continents.
Uh-huh.
And it was very explanatory. And she said, Mama, you don't need it. It's, I said, I could put it on my desk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm researching something, I could glance over and give the globe a spin and, you know, concentrate on one area of the world at certain days. But yesterday it was still there, so nobody else needed it either.
So Tasmania is the island state of Australia. So
okay, gotcha.
Got that from the expert.
Yep, from Maureen. She lives there. She knows.
She knows. Yeah, y'all, Mary Carl's geography is crazy.
It is. It is. Well, when we started talking about going to Alaska, Jason made the comment something about us driving, and she said, well, you'd have to have a passport. And we weren't thinking that you would have to drive through Canada to get there, were we?
Mm-mm.
I mean, we knew it wasn't connected, but our brains weren't thinking that Canada separated Alaska. We'd have to have a passport.
Have to have a passport. Yep.
She's better than we are. And I think that's something very important is geography.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everybody thinks something different's important, but that's pretty relatable. I mean, everybody needs to know where the places in the world are.
Mm-hmm.
I need to brush up. I really do. I really do. I used to have this this card, you know, when the people came up for election.
Yes.
So they would put out their little cards, you know, elect so and so for sheriff. On the back of it, this particular candidate had all 67 counties of Alabama. And I kept that card forever. And everybody needs to know 67 counties of Alabama too if you live here.
Right.
But I knew them and I knew the numbers, the tag numbers. And I tell you, if I got behind a car and I was with my parents at 9 years old, I could say, that car's from Wilcox County because it's number 66. That's a 51. That's from Monroe County. And I still remember those things today because I need to know where somebody's from. That's 10. That's Laverne. But some of them I forgot. So I need to brush up on that too.
Well, and plus two tags now are completely different too.
Well, they are.
Like
they still
50,
have
50, not all of them.
You have the choice when you go to get your tag in Alabama. In Alabama. But I always thought that was neat for me to realize where the people were from.
What was yesterday was I was talking to Lakeland, where we got our cattle shoot from. And we wanted to know where Lakeland was. We knew it was in Canada, but we were like, what part of Canada? And then so we looked it up and I read it. Mary Carl immediately knew where it was. And because it says I wasn't saying it right. And so she anyways, I was like, how in the world?
How does she know that?
And I was gonna say this, Lakeland has a photo contest going on. If you want to know the ins and out of it, and they're giving away like some serious equipment. So if you want to know the ins and out of it, go over to any of their social media pages and look, or their brand new redone website that they're super proud about.
Do they have a place where people can comment on their website?
I don't think they got a place where they got a place where you can enter this photo contest, but you can comment on their social media.
Oh, y'all go tell
Lakeland Cattle Company.
Is it Lakeland Cattle Company or Lakeland Farm and Ranch?
Lakeland Farm and Ranch. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they sell, they have horse equipment.
I got everything. When it comes to
I want to look at their website. You keep talking. There, look, all I did was type in Lake.
Lakeland
and it came up.
Ranch.com.
LakelandFarmandRanch.com.
I want to say this though. They have to be some of the sweetest and most nicest people that we've ever worked with. Yesterday morning, they sent me a message.
Look at that.
We're on the front page.
How about that, Joe?
Sent me a message and said that they were so sorry about Dixie, the dog, or the dog that passed away. And it was just, they watch all the videos.
They are very connective to the people that they work with.
They are.
And we appreciate them very much. Jason told me yesterday, we have got to get some panels to get the chute to where we can actually use it, because we got it in there, which was a big step, but we've been working on Bobby, and we got to get that chute where we can actually use it, because I'm going to train them to go through there. Yep, I'm going to train them to go through there. When they get fed, they're going to have to come through that chute, and they're going to get used to it. So that way they're going to know, not every time they come through there, they're going to get worked on, but they're going to need to work on, need to get in there to get worked on. They have sheep and goat stuff, horse stuff, cattle stuff. And then they have an all product section. They have merch. If we need some Lakeland merch.
We do need some Lakeland merch.
Oh, look at there. You would like that.
I would like that.
So,
what I was going to say is if do us a favor, if you can, if you don't worry about it, but go over to one of their Facebook or Instagram and tell them hello and that we sent y'all over there. They would get so tickled about that.
Very nice people.
Super nice people. I mean, extremely nice. Their company's in Canada. Somebody wanted to know where they are.
They're in Canada, and we would love to go visit Lakeland in Canada. Canada's somewhere that we have desired to go, and maybe one day we can make that happen.
Somebody asked, would the chute work for horses? You really don't need it.
No, you
really don't. Horses are kind of a totally different animal.
Their horse stuff is like horse stalls, horse panels and gates, equine feeding equipment. There's not I'm sure if you worked horses and you had, I don't know what you'd be doing, but I've never heard of a horse chute.
And either. They're usually pretty good, really good.
So, yeah, we love those folks. They are just very, very kind and
so nice.
And we feel that way about everybody we work with, not leaving anybody out, but no. We're on Lakeland today because they do have a new and improved website. We would love to see one of y'all win that equipment. If you want to enter and submit a photo, and if you don't have an animal, then maybe you could do it for a family member or have them do it.
Yep, that's right. And I do want to thank all of y'all for your kind words and the messages and emails we got concerning Dixie, our 14-year-old Shih Tzu.
That's right. Dixie was a very good girl. She was with us for a long time, and of course it was a sad day, and that's all that needs to be said.
Also, Hulk Hogan passed away. We talked about Ozzy Osbourne in the last live, and then Hulk Hogan passed away. And I think that was really caught a lot of people off guard because I saw an interview that was like a day prior or 2 days before or something like that. But yeah, Hulk Hogan passed away. Now I got a buddy of mine, Jay, that does our books. He's a big wrestling fan.
Yes.
And so we kind of talked about it. And as a young boy growing up in the 70s, 80s, I was a big wrestling, and you was a big wrestling fan. But I want to say I wasn't a big Hulk Hogan wrestling fan.
I was.
Was you?
Yeah.
I always felt like he never was on except pay-per-view. That's what I always felt like.
Well, I certainly didn't have pay-per-view when I watched Hulk Hogan.
I just, you saw highlights of him.
Well, I guess I watched the reruns.
You watched the reruns.
But I didn't have any friends that were wrestling fans because my friends were girls, and you had boys that were friends, so you knew who won.
That's right.
So I didn't know who won, so the rerun was like the real deal to me. Because my girl...
Well, we didn't get WrestleMania either. Because that was pay-per-view. That's what it was WrestleMania. And now it's like, there's like one every month. But my buddy Stan, every now and then, he would get it. And he would I would go over there and watch it, or he would record it on the VCR. So when I did go over there, we rewatch it a bunch of times too.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But I always, he never was on Saturday mornings or the USA Network, the two times. It was, I don't know, he was kind of like too big for that to me.
No, it's not Lakeland Cattle Company. It's Lakeland Farm and Ranch.
Yeah.
Lakeland Farm and Ranch. And then Theo.
Yep.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's correct.
I did not know that he was on The Resident, that series, and I watched that entire series. I don't know if we were living. I guess we were living in the house when I watched that series. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy medical type shows, and I felt like a lot of it was teaching, and I like to learn. Now, I'm not too old to go back to school to be a nurse, but I wish I had. I wish I had. I'm not going to do it at this point. And no, I'm not too old, but I don't have time now. But if I had to do it over again, I would go to nursing school, and I never had any desire as fresh out of high school to go to nursing school.
Right.
I think it's been some seeing some health problems with myself, my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what made me want to possibly pursue that. But I didn't have any desire at that time. Just goes to show how you change.
Yeah, it does show you how to change. I see a lot of people saying what their favorite wrestler was. Did you have a favorite wrestler?
Jake the Snake.
Jake
the Snake.
Jake the Snake probably was up there for sure.
Jake the
now
Snake.
He wrestled on Saturday mornings. You'd see Jake the Snake every now and then.
I don't know when I saw him, but he was my favorite.
Yep.
Jake the Snake.
Buff Bagwell. I liked Coco Beware. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Had the parrot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I liked Coco Beware. Jake the Snake. Ricky the Steamboat Dragon.
Andre the Giant. I always liked Andre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, of course, Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen,
Undertaker,
the Road Warriors. So yeah, I really like the Four Horsemen. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Bushwhackers.
Jason, I cannot remember any of those names. I cannot remember.
George the Animal Steel. You don't remember George Animal Steel?
I do when you say it, but
okay.
I can't remember.
Randy Savage.
I remember Randy Savage.
Mm-hmm. Macho.
I just I can't remember their names until.
And there used to be like four big time, wrestling companies. But then I think was it Jim McMahon? Is that him? Who's the
something McMahon?
Something. He bought them all.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much bought them all, or they all had territories. You had WCW,
Bret Hart,
WWF. Then you had like in the South. There was some in the South, but yeah, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Yes. I saw somebody say, which made me think of it, was and I just saw the word gravedigger, and I don't know what they were referring to, monster trucks or the Undertaker. Monster trucks.
He says monster, and I get tickled every time he says it because it's a MUNSTER to Jason. Monster. And he doesn't think. That's just how he says it. And
it's how it comes out.
I'm not making fun of him. It's just funny. What about the monster trucks?
I loved monster trucks. Did you?
Not like I did wrestling. Oh, I broke the
Bigfoot,
end off my pen. Oh.
Gravedigger. I had the toy. It was a Bigfoot, battery powered, and you had these plastic cars that would crumble, and so you would run Bigfoot over them, and it'd crumble the plastic cars, and you would just pop them back out. Yeah. But I tell you the one that I didn't have, but a friend of mine had it was fake. And I can't remember the name of the monster truck.
Monster.
But it had claws that came out the tires. You remember that one? You don't remember that? I bet Mike Key remembers that one.
You reckon?
I bet so. But the claws come out of the tires like that.
That sounds dangerous.
It was like a tiger foot.
That sounds dangerous,
yeah.
Jason.
I can't remember what that toy was called, but loved it. Loved that. But like I said, my friend had that one. It was that and tractor pulling. Did you like tractor pull? You don't like that either, did you?
I just
Orange Blossom truck.
I just like wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only boy thing I liked: baseball and wrestling and fishing.
It was it was monster trucks, tractor pull, and wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Jerry Lawler, the King. Sure do.
All right. So wrestling is over.
Wrestling. It's wrestling.
Was wrestling to
me.
So the other day when we went to Birmingham for Jason's what do you call it?
Pre-schedule thingam whatever.
I love Jenny's ice cream, and sweets are just not something that we do very much of.
Yeah.
And we had told Mary Carl that if she went with us, then we would go thrifting or we'd do something she wanted to do when we got finished. So
screening.
Huh?
It was called the screening process.
Oh, the screening process.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we went to the thrift store, and when we got done, Mama, do you want some ice cream? Because I had mentioned it, and I said I would love some ice cream. So we went to Jenny's, and y'all, I got a flavor that I'd never heard of before. I'm all about the new stuff. I don't want anything that's run of the mill. I want something that's different, something that's exciting. And I got one called popcorn brittle, and it was delicious. I don't even know what was in it, but I tried it and I immediately knew that's what I was going to get. So at Jenny's, you can get 2 half scoops, which makes like a single cone. So it makes a whole scoop.
Yeah.
You get two, you can do two different flavors. You can do one, and the other one was strawberry pretzel. Strawberry pretzel and popcorn brittle made for awesome ice cream corn. Ice cream corn. We're going to call it ice cream corn. So if y'all get a chance and you have a Jenny's, I encourage you to try the popcorn brittle. It was good. It was very good.
Kimberly said that she got to ride in Bigfoot. I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was just, I saw that.
You just can't quit talking about it, can you?
I know. I got the, what's it called? Brambleberry?
Yeah, Brambleberry Crisp.
They have that one all the time.
Yeah.
And it's their best flavor. And I got the strawberry pretzel, and it was good.
Strawberry pretzel. Mary Carl got the darkest chocolate.
The truck I was talking about with the claws is called the Animal, and I'm gonna find a picture. I bet when I pull this picture up, you're gonna, you know.
I may, but I think Jenny's is a chain. Well, I know it's a chain, but I don't know if it's just an Alabama-based chain or if it's all over the place. While we were standing in line, there was a family in front of us, and the family in front of us tried a lot of different flavors, and they all ended up getting the same thing: watermelon. Now, I just don't know.
Watermelon taffy.
Watermelon taffy. I just don't know that I could eat a whole scoop of watermelon taffy ice cream, or I don't know if it was sorbet.
Right there. The Animal. I think it climb over anything. Go ahead with your watermelon taffy.
They got all 4 members of the family got watermelon taffy, and I bet they each tried 6 flavors, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They each tried 6
and they
flavors,
all got watermelon taffy.
They all got watermelon taffy. So I didn't try the watermelon taffy because I knew that was something I couldn't eat that much of. But boy, they loved it.
They loved
it. All of them. But while we were standing in line waiting on them to, 6 times 4 is 24, try their 24 samples of ice cream. Because literally they each had 6. You can try as many as you want.
Try as many as you want, yeah.
It wasn't any limit on it, but we picked up a little cookbook thing. And y'all, in that cookbook was the recipes for the ice cream.
Yeah, but they're kind of exotic.
Oh, it was stuff that we'd have to order.
Yeah, it's not like vanilla.
It's there ain't nothing basic about it.
Where is it in Birmingham?
There's 2 different locations. You'll just have to Google it, Tanya. JENI _S ice cream. There's one in Mountain Brook, and there's one in actual downtown Birmingham. Oh, goodness.
Philip said you got to be careful with taffy because it'll pull your fillings out. You know what else it'll pull your fillings out?
Popcorn.
Now and laters.
Oh.
Do they still just now and later? Do they still make that?
I have no idea.
Now and laters. Now and laters will pull everything out in your mouth if you're not careful.
Well, I broke a tooth on popcorn. I don't have any fillings, so I didn't pull any fillings out. But that's why I said popcorn. Popcorn ain't gonna pull a filling out probably.
Now and later will. You gotta be careful, or I used to.
I'm not gonna be making any of that ice cream that was in that book.
Yeah, it was pretty exotic, but it was cool that they had the book.
It was cool. I thought that was a neat thing, and a lot of the recipes I'd never heard of that ice cream. But of course, we don't live there, so we don't frequent. We just go if it's a special occasion. I'm sure they've probably offered most of those flavors at one time or another, but it was extensive. I mean, the book was like this, and it was just one ice cream flavor after another. one, I was amazed at how many recipes were in there, but I am not going to be making it. Now, speaking of recipes,
yeah.
So I'm a little disappointed that when we moved here from Selma, Alabama, which was our biggest city, we lived in Valley Grande, that we did not have a Goodwill here in Clanton or Chilton County.
We don't have one.
I'm a thrift connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you would say it? I love a thrift store and have since it started when I was 18.
Yep.
Never been in a thrift store with my parents before, but when I was 18, I started being a frequenter of thrift stores, all kinds. Moved here, don't have a Goodwill. So, of course, we had to find all the thrift stores here. And our child has decided she's a thrifter too. And I didn't encourage that because I kind of got out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got out of it when she was little because it wasn't something that she liked. Well, I went in one that I'd never been in this past week here in Chilton County. And I had been in the clothing side of it, but I'd never been in it's like a garage kind of. And their hours are kind of strange. So I thought they closed at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go by and think about it, it's always after 1. But this day I went in there and I got something that I thought was neat. And that was a recipe box. I should have brought it up here. It was a little recipe box, and inside of it, it had 3x5 recipe cards, handwritten, which you don't see much of anymore.
Right.
And I bought it for 50 cents because I enjoy reading old recipes. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to make them all. Like the Genie's ice cream, I enjoyed looking at it, but these were basic recipes. This was, I don't know, pecan pie was the first one that was in there. Of course, everybody makes pecan pie different, but I just was so intrigued by that little recipe box with those handwritten recipes in it. I'll show it to y'all on the next live because I haven't had a chance to sit down and go through it, but I'm so happy to have picked that up for 50 cents.
It was pretty cool that you got it.
It is. It is. And who knows who it belonged to. I don't know who it belonged to, but I know that I just enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody gave that away. And it was probably somebody that was no longer with us and they didn't have much need for it. Who knows the story behind it?
But it was either way, it was nice that they just didn't throw it away.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That they, hopes that someone would get it like you.
You would love pecan pie made with honey. Michelle, that sounds interesting.
Speaking of, so we did thrifting yesterday too.
Mm-hmm.
And we picked up a potato bin, which is cool.
I think I got a picture of it. So I went.
If not, I think I do because I sent it to you.
Yeah,
because I was on the other side of the store.
Yeah, I got it. Jason sent this to me and he said, "Look, it's a potato bin." And my immediate response was, "Ooh!"
Mm-hmm.
And it was relatively inexpensive, and so we got it, and we are going to use that to store our potatoes in.
Another thing I saw, I didn't buy this, but it did bring back memories, and I bet you money that a lot of people have this. Did you have one of these?
I don't remember if I had one, but I've seen it lots of times.
The tin, that's a glare from when I took the picture, but the tin container that held your saltine crackers, I bet you money my mom still has this in her pantry right now. I didn't even look to see how much it was, but yeah, I bet a lot of people have this in their pantry.
I bet so too.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people do. And I got this shirt yesterday at the thrift store.
And he washed it. I asked him, y'all, I asked him this morning. I said, I didn't ask him if he washed it. I said, "Is that your new shirt?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "I put it in the washer last night." I was like, "Okay, I'm relieved."
I got two of them. I got this one and I got another. This is the fishing shirts with the vents. See the vents right there? Right there.
What'd you pay for it, Jason?
This one? This shirt, $4.
$4.
Yeah.
So,
one of them was 2 and one of them was 4.
Somebody wanted to know, did we get the mixer that was on top of it? And we did not.
We did not get the mixer.
But I see what they're talking about. I wanted to go back and look at that. No, we didn't get the mixer.
And there's a lot of people that still have this 10 saltine cracker box. Somebody said they put their crackers in it yesterday.
How about that? Well,
sure did. Now the other shirt I got, and you were talking about it was really nice too. This one's I think this is one of those big fancy $100 ones.
Let me see.
That brand.
Habit?
I think
I've never heard of that.
Some of these shirts get expensive. I mean, they're like $90, $100 for it. I can't see paying that much for no shirt I'm gonna work in and get nasty. I can't see paying that much for a shirt if I was not gonna work in and get nasty. But anyways, another one was called Drake, which we know that one is one of those $100 shirts. But it had so many vents. It had vents under here and vents on the back, and I said, I got to get this shirt, but it's got a company on it.
Yeah.
It said Southern Lodge.
It was some kind of guide. I believe it was a guide, a hunting guide shirt. And Jason was like, you think it's okay that it has this advertisement on it? I said, I do, because I'm going to get you a patch to put on top of it. It says Cog Hill Farm.
Oh, but I said, I'm just going to leave it on there. It ain't going to matter. And I'm going to get it dirty anyway.
I looked to see if I could get it off, and it's not just a patch, it's embroidery.
Yeah.
It's it's in there. It's like stitching. So,
and it's not ugly. It's got like a dog on it.
Yeah.
It's a pointer.
Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And here's the kicker, y'all. So I picked up this. It's a Panini press is what it is. Years ago, when we lived at the old farm from our Goodwill, and have been making sandwiches with it forever. It's expensive when it's Breville. Isn't that the name of it? Breville. Anyway, it's something I would never buy. But every week I fix Caden sandwiches in this sandwich maker, and he loves them. He has told his mama about it. So last week, I believe it was, Mary Carl had a friend over, and the friend's mama sent me a message and said, I don't know what it is about friends eating at friends' house, but Emily raves about your sandwiches. And she said, well, I asked her what was special about them, and she said, Mama, I don't know, but they have lines on them. So I had to tell Brandy, it's a Panini thing that I bought at the thrift store. And she said, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Well, so I had been telling Catherine about it for a long time, because Caden works for Catherine, and Catherine obviously feeds Caden too. So yesterday I was in the Goodwill in Prattville, and I found something. I'm going to find. She and I have sent so many pictures and what I found was it's Cuisinart, and it's called the Griddler, and it's a griddle, or you see on the top, I flipped the plate around. You can flip the plate around where it's flat, or it makes the little lines like a Panini press. And it was $4.99. And so I sent it to Catherine, and she said, oh my gosh, get it if it works. And so I find a plug, and I plug it in, and I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting on it, and it immediately gets hot. Top plate gets hot, bottom plate gets hot. And I got a friend down the road that is very anxious to get this new sandwich maker for $4.99. They're like $150. And it looks brand new. So Caden's gonna have sandwiches at G&G, and Caden's gonna have sandwiches at Cog Hill. We might better figure out if we can put something else in them besides ham, because that's what I always do. I told her, I said, how about putting Nutella and bananas in it, because he's allergic to peanut butter. And she said, I'm gonna do ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
So
Karen says she has the Griddler and loves it.
Really? Well, that's good.
And Bob wants to know where to buy the coloring books, and you get that on our website. Where's that, Brooke?
www.coghillfarm.com.
Everything's there.
Everything is there.
That's right. I wanted I scribbled it real fast, but I think it was Dorothy that said that we are thriftsmiths.
Thriftsmiths. What did I tell you the other day? It was something funny, and I cannot remember what it was. Oh my goodness.
Me. Thriftsmiths. And Tanya said that now-laters are now soft. They're not hard like they used to be.
Oh, really?
I guess after
they probably got sued for pulling some
paying so many dental bills.
Paying so many dental bills. I get tickled sometimes because I'll see it's not funny because it happens, but people will go on these sites and say, who do I contact about my tire or my wheel getting bent for going in a pothole on a street? And I'm thinking to myself, they can't repair I hate it happen. I hate your wheel got bent, but they can't repair every single thing that happens overnight. Things happen. But I've seen people that have gotten a new tire for free from hitting a pothole or new wheel for free.
No idea.
Just
no idea.
So Laura at Simply Making It and I are friends, and we talk just about on a daily basis. And she had seen the episode where I talked about I'm gonna call them butter buys. I don't know what the actual.
The socks.
Yeah, the socks.
Yeah,
I got them on. I'll show them to y'all. This is the fake Bombas. So my fake Bombas are still doing well. And Laura ordered some because Laura's a runner, and she said they weren't the absolute best socks that she had ever worn, but I didn't. None of us thought they would be. They're comparable to me to Bombas. She said she was in it's like an Amazon store in Selma. A big, I guess it's maybe people send stuff back or doesn't have a package or whatever. And she was digging in this table that didn't have a price. And she found 5 pair of Bombas.
That's crazy.
For like little or nothing.
That's crazy.
And so she bought those too. So, when she goes on those 15Ks, she can wear the Bombas. When she goes on the 1K, she can wear the butter buys. But I'm not going on any runs. I just need some good socks.
The Bombas.
The Bombas.
The fake ones.
Butter buys. I swear, I think that's what they're called.
That sounds like some butter buys, like turkey or something.
Like butterball?
Yeah.
Yeah, butter buys. I think they want them to sound like Bombas.
Somebody said it was Vince McMahon. Jim McMahon was the football player.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
They got in so much trouble for wearing the Adidas headband because he was advertising.
He was the 49ers, wasn't he?
No. He was Bears. He got in trouble for wearing the Adidas headband because he was advertising Adidas. Got in big trouble back. Can you imagine that now?
Oh my goodness.
And everything's advertising now.
Everything's
he got in so much trouble for wearing the headband.
Oh goodness. Because it had an advertisement on it.
It said Adidas. I think I'm right on that. Something that it had some. I'm pretty sure it was Adidas. And I don't know if the football league had Nike was their shoes. Everybody, I don't know. I don't know why he got in trouble, but he got in trouble.
My daddy used to not like wearing shirts that had any kind of logo on it. He said they ain't paying me nothing to wear that shirt.
That's
and
true.
I'm advertising for them. So he wanted a shirt that had no kind of market on it, kind of advertising. He said it was advertising. You're paying for the shirt and then you're advertising for them.
Caleb's daddy was like that.
Really?
He had a pair of Easton shoes that he cut the green tag off of.
Yeah. He would. He didn't agree with paying for advertisement.
Yeah.
He said they ought to pay me if I'm gonna wear it. They can supply the shirt for me and I'll wear it.
That's right.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. But it is true too.
It is true if you think about it. I mean,
true.
it's true. Yeah. You got the little Ralph Lauren polo man, and you're advertising. Everybody knows
this one says habit.
Yeah. This one says Coghill Farm.
Barely though, somewhere a little bitty on there.
Yeah, somewhere a little bitty right there. Coghill Farm. Oh goodness gracious.
Yep.
Well, what we got planned for today, Jason? Is it going to be a hot one?
It's going to be hot, I can tell you. It was awful yesterday. It's going to be hot. Lights came in for the shop. I'm going to try to piddle with it. parts came in for termite. I would like to piddle with it. I don't know what I may piddle with termite. I may try to get that.
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna make me put those lights in while you work on that termite. No, y'all. Thursday, it was almost cool that morning.
It was 89 degrees, and it felt like
we were at the beach with a gentle breeze blowing. Kate got started on the weed eater, and by lunchtime it was hot. But it was so nice that morning that I wish we could have another day like that. But I see the sun shining.
Yeah, it was awful yesterday. I know today's gonna be awful too.
I see the sun is out, and it was cloudy Thursday, so that helped. I might try to get on Bobby and see.
Move some stuff.
Well, just see what I can do. I want to load that scrap metal up. I can't take it today, obviously, because, well, I think they probably are closed today, but I want to take it Monday I could get it loaded with Bobby and practice. Maybe I won't run into the trailer. Maybe I will. I remember one of the last times that I took scrap. They asked me. I was in the horse. It was in the horse trailer when all the scrap was loaded in the horse trailer. Closed on Saturday. Huh. Nope. Which one though? There's several. The one in Prattville I know is open on Saturday, but I don't want to go that far today. Loaded the whole scrap metal into the horse trailer, and you have to get it out yourself. And they asked me if I was going to scrap the whole trailer. And I was like, scrap the whole trailer? No, I'm not scrapping the whole trailer. There's nothing wrong with my trailer. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
So,
lots to do.
Lots to do. Little time to do it.
That's right.
Don't forget about September the 20th is our Petals from the Past meet and greet. Have had some people reach out wanting to know about hotels. And y'all, I honestly do not feel comfortable sharing a hotel because I haven't personally stayed in them. So you're just going to have to Google and find a hotel that I just don't know what to tell you. We have several hotels here, but I feel like if I tell you to stay at the Inn of Clinton and it's horrible, then I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to be that person. I want to let you decide for yourself on the reviews as to where you want to stay. My shoe came off because I showed y'all my socks.
Nick and Zoe said Alabaster, Calera, and Clanton all have good places to stay. So
yeah, they do. So you're just gonna have to, Google and
booter my socks.
Well, see, that's like butter my. I say butter my.
Yes, sir.
And no T's, but butter, Buder. Yes, Jamie is planning to come from Soups to Boots, and Jason says the coffee's got to come out. So if y'all are finished with your I can't help laugh. All right, so I hope y'all have a good day, and we will see y'all on Tuesday afternoon. Video tomorrow by me, Monday by Jason.
That's right. Y'all be good.
Jason.